Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
I'm a Muslim, I came from the streets to Islam, the ghetto. Now when you see your brother, give a palm, embrace with a hug and greet me with salam. Salamu alaykum.
I think all of us, really, there is an element, and it's bad, and I think we all feel it, of people who love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger and His Prophet, and this way of al-Sunnah Wal Jama'ah and this traditional scholarship, when voices, and I say this, when voices that their bark is louder than their bite, and we just afraid of the barking, there is really no bite there. You know, it's like you go to the house and you hear all this noise, and it's a little poodle there. This is the reality of these things. And what happens is, because of the bark, they are scaring people into submission. Scaring people into submission. I want to share two quick quotes from you.
Okay.
And this book is written by one great scholar. His name was Mubtadi al-Zabidi. Mubtadi al-Zabidi. He was known as Khatim al-Lughawiyyin, the seal of the Arabic language. That's a big title. The seal of the Arabic language. He wrote a book which describes a big encyclopedia on the Arabic language, like 20-something or more volumes. It's published. This scholar, Mubtadi al-Zabidi, he wrote the most famous commentary of Ihya Ulumuddin of al-Imam al-Ghazali. Al-Imam al-Ghazali, he wrote a book called Ithaf al-Sadat al-Muttaqin bi Shahri Ihya Ulumuddin. He said in this book, in the second volume, he was explaining the words of Imam al-Ghazali, and he said something. He said that the meaning, wal-murad bi Ahlus-Sunnah, what is meant by Ahlus-Sunnah? He said, this is the four groups of the Muhaddithun, the scholars of Hadith, wa-Sufiyya, the Sufis, wal-Ash'ari, the Ash'aris, wal-MATURIDIYYA, and the MATURIDIYYA. That's what he said. Who is meant by Ahlus-Sunnah? He said, there are these four groups, the Muhaddithin, those scholars of Hadith, the Sufiyya, those Sufis, wal-Ash'ari, the Ash'aris, wal-MATURIDIYYA, and the MATURIDIYYA. If you want it just publishing, it's published by Darul Kutub al-Ilmiyya. The book is Ithaf al-Sadat al-Muttaqin bi Sharh Ihya Ulumuddin by Mubtadi al-Zabidi, Darul Kutub al-Ilmiyya, volume number 2, page 140. He said, what is meant by Ahlus Sunnah? This was a man who has the title of Khatim al-Lughawiyyin, the seal of the Arabic language. This is what he said, Ahlus Sunnah Wal Jama'ah. One of the great scholars of Damascus, he passed, his name was Shaykh Muhammad Saleh al-Furfur. Al-FATH Institute in Damascus is one of the most famous. He wrote a book. It's called Al-Risalat al-Nafiya wa Hujjat al-Qati'ah fi Ilm al-Tawheed. He wrote on page number 4, he said, Ahlus Sunnah Wal Jama'ah wa hum al-Ash'ari wal-MATURIDIYYA. He said, Ahlus Sunnah Wal Jama'ah, they are the Ash'aris and the Maturidi. This is Syria. That was this. I'll give you one more. Imam Abdullah al-Haddad, who was the Qutb al-Da'wat wal-Irshad. He was the axis of inviting people to Islam and guiding them, and one of the mujaddid of his century in the 12th century Hijrah from Hadramaut in Yemen. When he mentioned about al-Sunnah Wal Jama'ah, he said, and I'll read this very quickly, he said, you must correct and protect your beliefs and conform to the pattern of the people of salvation, who are those known from among the other Islamic factions as the people of Sunnah Wal Jama'ah, Ahlus Sunnah Wal Jama'ah. And he went on to say, they are those who firmly adhere to the way of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions. And if you look with a sound understanding into those passages relating to the science of faith in the book, in the Sunnah, and the sayings of the virtuous predecessors, whether they be the companions or followers, you will know for certain that the truth is with the party called the Ash'ari, named after Shaykh Abu Hasan al-Ash'ari. And then at the end of that quote, he says the Maturidis are the same as the Ash'aris in the above regard. Syria, Yemen, Baghdad, Iraq, all of these people were on the same path. In different generations, should we accept all of these who are great scholars of hadith, great scholars of fiqh? Should we reject them and follow people who don't know this path? That is the question that the listener needs to know. And all these books are available. And at any time, we would bring them publicly and show them. So that the people would see the truth with their own eyes. Because they have a saying that seeing something for yourself is not like being informed about it. And I think this is something that, and it is a call to all the people of Sunnah Wal Jama'ah, that true Sunnah Wal Jama'ah, to stand up to speak. As Imam Ahmad said when he was faced with the Mubtadi, he said, if the scholar would remain silent in the face of falsehood, when will the truth ever manifest? We cannot remain silent. And that scholar, they said, the one who is silent when the truth needs to be spoken is like a tongueless devil. That doesn't mean disparaging people. It means speaking the truth. We don't have to have hatred or disdain. It's just the reality is the reality.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. I actually did some research on online on who is the majority of the followers of the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and they said that the people who follow the path or who call themselves Sunni is basically like 85% of the all of the Muslims on the earth, and the majority of them are the Hanafis. MashaAllah.
Ya Allah, please help me. Ya Allah, please guide me. Ya Allah, bestow your mercy upon